Welcome to all passionated of geopolitics. Welcome to La Chaîne Géopolitique, where tonight we will talk about the latest development coming from this flare-up between Ukraine and Russia. So we have learned this week that the Russian troops will withdraw partly from the Ukrainian border. So we reached probably last week between 100,000 and 150,000 Russian troops along the Ukrainian border. So this number of troops will be reduced. But despite this lowering tension on the land between Ukraine and Russia, tension remain high on the sea due to the fact that Russia has announced that it will lead military exercises for the next 6 months, meaning till the end of October, on the Kerch Strait. The Kerch Strait is a strait between the Azov Sea and the Black Sea. So during this lapse of 6 months, no ships, no foreign ships could go through this Kerch Strait. So it will have a devastating consequence, and notably for the Ukrainian economy, due to the fact that the Mariupol port, one of the two major ports in Ukraine, it lies on the Azov Sea. So it means that those Ukrainian ships now coming from Mariupol, loading from Mariupol, cannot go through the Kerch Strait and go ultimately to the Black Sea due to the fact that Russia, over the next 6 months, will proceed with military exercise. So how come we arrived to such situation? Why Russia decided to lead military exercise? And we raise also the question, can we talk about naval blockade against Ukraine? So, in order to answer to this question, it's important to bear in mind that in 2003, a treaty has been signed between Ukraine and Russia, providing that both countries should have equal access to the Kerch Strait, due to the fact that at that time, in 2003, Russia recognized the sovereignty of Ukraine over Crimea. So it means that the western side of the Kerch Strait belongs to the Ukraine territory, while the eastern side of the Kerch Strait belongs to Russia, due to the fact that this Kerch Strait lies between Crimea and mainland Russia. So it's just a strait of 15 kilometers, where Russia has built over the last month a very massive bridge. I don't know if you saw this bridge, but it's very impressive due to the length of the bridge, because it's a technical. It was a technical challenge to perform it, due to the fact that you need enough. It should be enough deep in the sea in order to be resilient, and it's quite long. It's over 15 kilometers, and Russia performs this technological performance. So now we have a bridge between Crimea and mainland Russia, and clearly Russia wants to exercise its sovereignty over this strait. He wants to show that now this strait does not belong anymore, or partly, to Ukraine, that this western side of the strait belongs now also to Russia, due to the fact that since 2014, as you know, Crimea has been annexed by Russia. So due to this annexation, Russia considers that also, so that the sea, the territorial water, belongs also to Russia. So, in other words, the 2003 treaty between Russia and Ukraine is redundant for Russia, and that's why Russia feels totally free, feels that it is its discretion to decide whether he wants that foreign ship, including Ukrainian ship, can go through the Kerch Strait. So now we arrive to such situation where over the next 6 months, no Ukrainian foreign ships could go through. So it will, as I said, it will have very important consequences over the Ukrainian economy. It is probably the purpose that from President Putin and the Russian authorities to undermine the foundation of the Ukrainian economy, due to the fact that they understand that probably the best way to win the war over Ukraine is not also only militarily, it's not also only politically, but it's also from an economic point of view. Ukraine, from a very objective point of view, is quite a weak economy. The state, the financial resources from the Ukrainian state are not important, and we know that this state is nearly bankrupt. So it is under the assistance of the International Monetary Fund. So it means that if we have a prolonged blockade, the fact that the Ukrainian ship cannot load from Mariupol port, and so it means that the Ukrainian authorities will only use the Odessa port. It means that clearly it will be a shrinking of the potential growth of Ukraine, because Mariupol, you have to keep in mind that it's an important steel, an important place for steel industry, and the steel industry in Russia, in Ukraine, is extremely important. It represents, I would say, a very important part of the GDP of Ukraine, because it's one of the biggest or the biggest metal steel in Europe. And all those steel produced in the Mariupol region is loaded from this Mariupol port. So it means that now it should be loaded to Odessa port, and probably other also industry in the Mariupol region will have to transfer to Odessa. So it takes more time, so it costs more for Ukrainian companies. And it will, so in other words, it will have additional costs for Ukrainian companies, and it will have probably ultimately a cost for the Ukrainian economy as a whole. And that's the purpose probably of President Putin, to weaken the Ukrainian economy. Probably it seems too bold to attack Ukraine, to invade Ukraine. It's probably also too difficult to lead an incursion over Mariupol, because as you perhaps know, one also of the main military objective of President Putin is to create, to set up a corridor between Crimea and the self-declared Popular Republic of Donetsk and Luhansk. In that way, those popular republics could have, if you like, territorial depths, could be led to Crimea, and could be more viable, if you like, than just being self-declared and having not a Russian continuum. So that also a purpose that military purpose that would like to reach President Putin, but it's really difficult practically to implement it, due to the fact that first Ukrainian has brought a lot of troops there, and it will have a huge, you can imagine, it will spark international outcry over Russia, and US will bring troops, everything. So it could lead to an international or even world war. So in order to avoid such situation, President Putin preferred resorting to a third option, which is a kind of economic war against Ukraine, blocking ports of Ukraine. So now we are talking about only one port, with all the consequences associated with that, but perhaps also in a, let's say, a maybe at a later stage, President Putin could also could try to blockade Odessa port. And this not later than last week. During just 2-3 days, there has been some military exercise over the Black Sea. So also there were some disruption for the Odessa port due to those military exercises. So we can imagine that we could see over the next week, over the next month, also new military exercises over the Black Sea, also to block not only the Mariupol port, but also the Odessa port. And finally, to bring the collapse of the Ukrainian economy. At least it is a calculation of President Putin why such military exercises are led. It is not only for preparing Russia to a new war, but also to, let's say, to weaken the Ukrainian economy.